Hello all, welcome to another quick learning. Today we're going back to Codecademy to do some Python lessons. So this is part 3. If you guys accidentally joined and you want to go back to part 1, I'll put a link down in the description. But we finished the Python syntax lesson. You can see there's also some pro ones which you have to pay for. I'm only doing the free ones. And then we've done strings and console output, and today we're going to be doing date and time lessons. So let's go ahead and go to that. It's a little slow here. All right. So the date time library. A lot of times when you want to keep track when something happened, you can do so in Python using date time. Here we'll use date time to print the date and time in a nice format. So you see they've imported it. So this is from the date time package, and they're importing date time from that package. So we're just going to click run, and we finished with that part, I guess. So getting the current date and time, we can use a function called datetime.now to retrieve the current date and time. So here you import it, and here you print datetime.now. Because it's a method, you put in parentheses. The first line imports the datetime library so that we can use it. The second line will print out the current date and time. All right, so they want us to create a variable called now. So we go now equals, which assigns that variable. And we're going to do datetime.now. And then print the value of now. So let's just print now. Run it. And you can see it printed out. Current date time here is October 5th, 2018. Next. Extracting information. Notice how the output looks like. So you got the year, the month, the day, and then time variables. What if you don't want the entire date and time? You can see you can get the current year by doing now.year, now.month. It gives you the month, now.day. You already have the first two lines. In the third line, we take the year and only the year from the variable now and store it in a current year. In the fourth and fifth lines, we store the month and day from now. So they want us to, on a new line, so print now.year, print now.month, and print now.day. Let's run that. You can see it printed the year, the month, and the day. You don't need these parentheses because this is an attribute, not a method of this. So this is a date time object. Hot date. What if we want to print today's date in the following format? Month dash day dash year. Let's use string substitution again. So here we're doing importing it, assigning now the datetime.now, and then we're printing this. So we're doing this string is now.month dash this string which is now.day, and this string which is now.year. Remember that standalone percent operator after the string will fill the percent 02 day and percent 04d placeholder in the string on the left with the numbers and strings in the parentheses on the right. Percent 02d pads the month and day numbers with zeros to 2 places, and percent 04d pads the year to 4 places. This is one way dates are commonly displayed. Okay, so we want to print the current date in the form month dash day dash year. Change the string used above so that it uses a slash in between that and that instead of a dash. So we'll just copy this. And we just have to remove these dashes and put in a slash. So it's going to replace this with the first thing that we put after this percent sign in the parentheses. So that's the month. The second thing, the second one, which is the day, and on. And then this just says if it's not 2 characters long, pad a 0 before it, or up to 2 zeros. Same with this. And then this one would pad up to 4 zeros if it's not that length. There we go. Pretty time. Nice work. Let's do the same for the hour, minute, and second. So you can see you've got also attributes for hour, minute, and second. In the above example, we just printed the current hour, then the current minute, then the current second. We can again use the variable now to print the time. All right, similar to the last exercise, print the current time in the pretty format of hour, colon, minute, comma, colon, seconds. Change the string that you're printing so that you have a colon character in between that placeholder. Change the 3 things that you're printing from month, day, and year to etc. All right, so we're going to do colon in between these. And we don't need 4 there, we only need 2. And we're going to do hour, minute, and second. I believe that's correct. Let's run that. Looks good. So again, we changed this from a 4 to a 2 because let's say we have 2 seconds. We only want to put 1 0 in front of it instead of 3. The grand finale. We've managed to print the date and time separately in a very pretty fashion. Let's combine the 2. All right, so printing the date and then they're printing the time on separate lines. Print date and time together in the form this here. And change the format string on the left to the percent operator. Change the format string on the left to the percent operator. Not sure what they mean by that, but let's do this. So they all want it on one line. So we're gonna, actually let's copy this. Whoops, Control Z, Control C, Control V, we'll put a space there. And now we're gonna put slashes here. We're gonna put 4 here because we want up to 4 characters there. And then we have to put in now dot month. That's the first one we want. Now dot day we want next, and now dot year. So you're going to do month, day, year, hour, minutes, seconds. Let's run that. And there we go. We got what we needed, and we've completed this portion of the exercise. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed that. This was a little bit shorter one, but if you want to keep following along, make sure you subscribe. Thank you very much.